A Good Place picked up a total of 7 Emmy nominations this year for its final season, including for first-time nominee William Jackson Harper, who joins us now. Man, that scene, you're on the edge, you're like, but congratulations, man. It's so good to see you.
Thanks, bro. It's good to see you too, man.
How are you holding up? I mean, I know this quarantine situation has been tough on a lot of people, but how is the family? How is everybody doing?
Everybody's okay. You know, my mom actually works in the medical industry. She's a nurse. So it's, you know, that's a little nerve-wracking, but
Yeah.
she's really meticulous and she's fine. And, you know, other than that, everybody's in the clear, everybody's safe. So that's as much as I can ask for.
Good deal, man. That will continue to be the prayer. Okay, now tell me, where were you when you found out that you were nominated for an Emmy?
Man, I was doing my little like sorry in-home workout that I do in the morning.
Okay.
Because we had an appointment with an animal communicator. I've been calling her a dog psychic, but that's not fair, and that's, you know, it minimizes what she does. But that was the appointment for the day.
Okay.
Was to have this appointment with this animal communicator to meet the dog. And then Michael called me, my publicist, and was just like, "Oh my God, you got nominated!" And I was like, "What?" And then I called my mom, and she was like, "What?" And then Darcy Carden from our show, she FaceTimed me, but I was on the phone with my mama. And so she FaceTimed Allie, my girlfriend, and Allie just gotten out of the shower. She was naked. She took a knee trying to hide the phone, trying to hide her body. She was like, "Hey!" And we were like, "Hey!" And it was just like chaos for a little while. And then we got on the phone with the psychic.
That is the way to be. I love that Michael called you and all hell broke loose. Like everybody just so excited. But you had me, I want to go back to it, the animal communicator, AKA dog psychic, AKA the helpful human. What was going on that you needed this kind of help?
Well, Chico was not himself. Chico, the dog, our dog, you know, he's actually looking at me right now. He heard his name. But he was acting as if he was afraid of me. And we thought that, you know, there was something emotional going on with him, some cues that I was giving him, or, you know, something that was just like not setting right. And so we were like, well, let's meet with this communicator and see if we can figure out what's going on. We can try anything. You know, we take him to the vet a few times before, and they couldn't find anything wrong with him. And anyway, when she communicated with him, it turns out that he actually had pain, where I actually like to pet him. So he was going to let me pet him, but he didn't like the way it felt, but he didn't want to hurt my feelings. So that's really what it came down to. And she told us all sorts of stuff, and she was spot on. That's the thing that's crazy, is she was dead on with everything that she diagnosed. I
have goosebumps for several reasons. One, I just imagine a young black man being like, okay, we're Emmy nominated on this killer show. It's doing so well. My dog is hurt. I gotta call the psychic. If that's not like the most LA situation that I have ever, could you ever have imagined that this would be your life?
Look, I feel like I've just lost all New York cred with that. You know, like I feel like I told a lot of my friends in New York, you know, that we were meeting with this animal communicator, and they were just like, "You what? No, you're not. Stop." And I was like, "Well, I love my dog. I'm willing to try anything to get him back."
And so is Chico all good now?
He's been a lot better.
Is Chico all good now?
Yeah. We took him to the vet, and we actually, you know, the test that they ran, they said he was okay, but then, you know, our communicator had said that these things were wrong with him. So we were like, well, could you just run this one extra x-ray just to be sure?
And there was.
And they did the x-ray, and they were like, oh, we actually missed this thing the first time that we did it. So yeah, actually these things are wrong. So you should get on this medication and make sure that he rests, and, you know, maybe he'll be back to normal soon enough.
Okay, so you have to tell me, because this just seems like the natural, if I don't ask you this question, I wouldn't be doing my job. Have you called the Animal Communicator back and maybe seen how this Emmy thing might work out? I mean, have you seen a psychic for your own situation?
I have not. I'm afraid of what a psychic would tell me.
Bruh.
And, you know, I think it's also a different set of tools, right? I mean, there's like the people that tell you what's going on with you and communicate and commune with you in your spiritual level or whatever. And then there's people that can tell the future. And I don't think this lady tells the future. I think she just communicates with animals really effectively. I mean,
would you be opposed?
If she has some info, I'm open to it. But I mean,
there we go. You're like, listen, I'll take what I can get. I will take what I can get. Tell me this.
Yeah.
For the Emmy show, are you going full tux? Are you going turtleneck? What are you gonna do? How are you dressing up?
Man, honestly, I want to do like some like flexy pajamas. I want to do, you know, something with like silk and like a bunch of rubber ducks on it or something, you know, something real dumb, you know, just because we're all stuck in the house. We're all in this together. And, you know, it's like, I don't want to wear church clothes at the house. It's like, I just want to, you know, I want to be relaxed. So if I can get away with it, you know, I'm going to be real comfortable.
Man,
but, you know, I don't want to get in trouble either.
Issa Rae just did this spread for The Hollywood Reporter, and she's in these beautiful gowns on the front lawn. And I was like, this makes me want to get dressed up and go sit in the yard. This is amazing. It's amazing. You know what I mean?
40's coming
Fourth
up.
level.
Oh,
right on, man.
Boy, they for real. Black do not crack.
Yeah. No,
you know what I'm saying?
Are you going large, or how you celebrate?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't like being the center of attention. Throwing parties and birthdays sort of stress me out.
I'm good at your birthday party, but I don't like it for me. It's not my thing. Yes.
So,
but 4-0, you got to do something. You got to do something. That was the last time we had William Jackson Harper here on Access Daily. So the question is, brother, how was the big 40th? What did you end up doing?
It was great, man. We just had a bunch of people at a bar, and I drank myself into oblivion. I mean, like the thing about a birthday party for me is you don't really get to land with everybody the way that you want. And so, you know, I was a little nervous about that, but it was, you know, just a great group of people that were there, and they were all in you know, like interconnecting, and groups of friends were meeting different groups of friends. And yeah, like I said, I you know, had some drinks, got real in my feelings, and my girlfriend showed me this video that a bunch of my friends had put together for my 40th birthday, and tears, you know, just it was at the end of just tears. It was like, oh, it was
Ooh, a drunk cry on the 40th.
So what?
I said a drunk cry on the 40th. That's the way to go. That is the way to go.
Yeah, like a happy drunk cry, like my friends like me, tears, you know, and I was, you know, I was feeling great, you know, woke up the next morning just fresh as a daisy, just, you know, ready to go.
Now tell me,
tears the night before.
40 is one of those ages, I feel like it's one of those big milestone birthdays that makes you look back on your life in a way that's like, did I accomplish the things that I thought I would, that I set out to accomplish by this age? And it also helps you, I would imagine, refocus for the next 40. So what you know, this Emmy nomination, it's a big deal, you know what I mean, this nomination, but for you, what are you looking forward to maybe in this next 40?
Well, you know, I think you really hit the nail on the head. Looking at your time on this planet thus far, and what you want to do differently going forward. And I think the thing that I'm really sort of connecting with is this concept of time, and time well spent with people that are important to me. And, you know, making sure that the projects that I get involved with are things that really inspire me and get me jazzed to do. And so I think that's the next thing, is to just be very conscious about where I'm spending my time, because I just don't, not to be morbid, but something about being 40 is like, oh, there's not just infinite time going out into forever. You know, like there's a set amount of time that we have on this planet, and I want to make sure that I'm fulfilled, and that I have relationships with people that I find fulfilling, and and surrounding myself with people that I can learn from. And so like it's weird and sort of amorphous, but you know, the concrete goals are less important to me than just making sure that the time that I have here on this planet
is well spent.
Is time well spent.
Yeah. Tell me, what's the one thing though you are not going to do anymore? What's the one thing 40-year-old does not have any more time for?
Man, you know, I think, I know I say this, but I know I'm lying as I say it.
What?
Probably bars on the weekend. Not my thing.
Okay.
I can't hear anyone that I went to the bar to hang out with, and I'm getting cranky. You know,
now,
it's like,
now
I'm
I'm just in the bar mad.
Like, don't nobody, it's the same song all the time. Like, turn it down. You know, like, that's me. Now, that was me 5 years ago, but now I'm just like, I ain't got time.
Why is it so loud in this bar? Jeez. I love it. Okay, wait, so you're involved with a Black Panther project, right? You're narrating for the audio version, is that right?
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, it's licensed by Marvel, so there's very little I can say other than I am happy to have a job. I don't want to get in trouble. You know, I don't want the suits to come after me. And, you know, I'm not trying to get chastised.
I'm not trying to lose this gig. I just got it.
So what?
I said, you're not going to lose this gig. No, not this one. Not this one.
No.
When you were a kid, though, let's go back. When you were a kid, what would have been the superpower that you wanted?
Honestly, I think super strength.
Oh, okay.
A lot of things, you know, because I think that, like, all right, when it comes to flight, I think if you have super strength, you can jump far enough to approximate flight, right? And you have the muscles to actually land correctly, right? And then, you know, also,
you cheating.
Like,
you cheating.
There's like something you need to wedge into with just your fingertip, but your fingertip's so strong that you can just get in there. You know, it's like little things that I can't do with my big old meaty hands.
Right.
That I would love to have extra strength to deal with.
See,
I would use it for real mundane things, you know. But
I can't reach the remote.
I think that's the ticket.
See, man. That's a good one. It's a cheat, though. It's a cheat, but I'll give it to you. Super strength. Brother, it is so good to see you, man. We are rooting for you at the Emmys on September 20th on ABC. We are rooting for you, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.